Hello, it's Ashbass. I'm going to show you here Dan Armstrong's Super Strat wiring setup. We use 3 toggle switches to control the pickups. We're going to end up with 12 different tones, each pickup by itself, every possible coupling of pickups with parallel, all pickups together in parallel, and then couplings of the pickups in series, and all pickups together in series. We'll go through the list of tones. We're going to start off with just the individual neck. I have that selected here. Then we'll go to our individual middle. And then finally, bridge. Now let's take a look at coupling. We're going to put some of these pickups together, see how they sound. If I have the bridge and neck, bridge and middle together, this is the same as a Strat 5-way switch position number 2. Again, we're playing in parallel, bridge and middle. With middle and neck, this is like the position 4 on a Strat switch. And that's about where a Strat switch ends up. What we get further using Dan Armstrong's wiring is being able to play the bridge pickup as well. And here I have all 3 pickups together in parallel. We can also get another typically not Strat selection by dropping the middle out and using neck and bridge. So that has us for all parallel combinations. We did every possible combination. We had all 3 on together, and we listened to each pickup by itself. What we'll do now is take a look at those series connections. With both bridge and middle up, we saw earlier that this is going to be the parallel connection. Well, if I push bridge and neck down, I have a series connection. Up, parallel, down, series. So really we just get a good full-bodied tone. This really adds to what our guitar already had. Now I'll continue with pushing down the bridge selector. So now we have all 3 pickups together in series mode. And we'll see what the difference is between that and parallel in just a moment. Here we have all 3 in series. All 3 in parallel. Series. Parallel. Now, I'm sure you heard that one. Series was just way louder, a whole lot more power, a whole lot more oomph, if you will, to your sound. Almost makes the regular parallel combinations kind of reedy or thin sounding. We'll go ahead and keep playing with this. We've seen all 3 pickups in series. We've played with neck and middle in series. But what if we want to play with our bridge pickup? So here I'm going to drop down the bridge to put it into series mode, and I'll leave up the middle pickup switch. And here's what that sounds like. Neck and middle. Now let's compare that to parallel. Again, I'll just pull the bridge switch all the way up. Bridge switch all the way down is series. And I can do the same thing with my neck pickup. Let me turn off middle, bring neck pickup forward, and what we'll hear here first is neck and bridge in series. Neck and bridge in parallel. Neck and bridge in series. Now another combination, which is kind of a hybrid if you will, is that I have the neck, or rather the bridge position down, signifying we're going to be doing something with series, and then both neck and middle coming up high. What this does for us is it's going to group or couple the neck and the middle in parallel. And then it's going to take that connection and couple with the bridge in series. Now this is one that I like a whole lot. It's got some good variation to it, nice tone. So let's see how this sounds. And let's come all the way back up, see what that compares to with parallel. Again, hybrid. Parallel. I'll show you one last thing here. I mentioned earlier about some guitars and pickups having a kind of muddy sound. The original guitar that I started this on, several years back when I first heard about it, was very muddy. Almost unusable when I was in the settings for series. But something I found that you can do is, when you have a setup series, is just roll the tone off of one of the pickups. An interesting thing about the series connection is that a tone control only affects its pickup. It doesn't touch the tone of the entire signal. Now that's unlike with parallel. If you have a parallel guitar, wired guitar, and you have 3 pickups, let's say you have a tone control for each. If you turn one of those tones down, you're going to be turning the tone down for the whole guitar. So nice difference there, a little bonus. We get a kind of whole new world of tonal possibilities when we talk about turning the tone down on any of these setups. So why don't we go back to when we played a little while ago. We have neck down, or rather bridge down, and middle up. Now I'm going to roll the bridge tone all the way to 0. Much difference. Back on 10 for tone. 0 for tone. So it's almost like here the bridge pickup is almost out of the mix. We've cut out by the tone control most of its high end, and what we're left with is the kind of bottom end, again the full bodied sound, and that's being coupled with our middle pickup right now. So it's almost like we don't even have a coupling. More so it's just one pickup giving some extra juice to the other. We can do the same thing with the neck and the bridge. Start off normal. Roll off my bridge tone. Back on bridge tone. And that's pretty much it. That's got all of our selections. You'll notice here my controls are actually concentric pots. I wanted to do this because I always like using the tone control to make a difference in how these series connections sound. I did not, however, want to drill extra holes in this guitar for 3 tone controls. So we have here on the top, this is my master volume. Then right here, this is my neck tone. The bottom one here is middle tone, and the top one is bridge tone. So I'm able to get all my tone controls in the same two holes that this guitar came with originally. Now if you want to do this yourself, or you want to at least check out what it entails to do, go to my website, ashbass.com, go to the guitar section, and then you're going to see Super Strat. Click that link and you'll be shown Dan's original article, diagram. Then there are several other, you can pick or choose which one you like, and wire yourself up. It is pretty tedious wiring. I think a beginner can do it. My biggest advice to you would be to wire all the pickups together, or rather the switches together, outside of the guitar. And then when you're finally ready, put it all back in and screw it down. You'll find it's very difficult, well, at least for me it is, to do any solder work on these switches once they're inside the guitar. I invariably end up burning another wire, unsoldering something else that's close to what I'm working on. So, advice again, do this outside of your guitar first. And if you're not comfortable with soldering or putting wiring together, take one of those diagrams to your local favorite tech. I'm sure he or she will be able to wire you up so it sounds just like mine. Good. Thanks for listening, and how about giving me some comments? I like to hear what you guys think about this stuff. Thanks for listening.